Hi there, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today here for your 2019 Love Predictions. My name is Aura, and I am a reader here on My Tarot Advisor. And if you don't have the app yet, I do highly suggest you get that at mytarogadvisorapp.com. And again, we have a lot of wonderful, amazing readers available to help you. And again, my name is Aura. So let's get to it. So as I was shuffling the cards, and just want to show you which deck I'm using today, it's the Archangel Power tarot cards, and I love it's Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. I absolutely love both of them. In fact, I'm actually taking the course with Radleigh Valentine just to have a certification and make sure that I always do my best. And he's just wonderful. So anyways, okay. So as I was shuffling my deck, what came out for me is just in general for the year. I was just asking Spirit and Archangel Michael to show me what 2019 is going to be like for everyone. And of course, it's the whole world. So, so if some of these don't apply to you, that's okay. So what I got here is the 4 of Gabriel and the 6 of Michael. So what these cards here are about, basically that 2019 overall is going to be very, very lucky in love, abundant in love. I'm seeing time for celebrations, and I'm seeing here, you know, any toxic situations being left in the past, 2018 or further back. So that's great news. And I'm also seeing here, it's for some of you, I'm being shown it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Now I know 2018 was a big year for releasing for a lot of people, and so that just might apply to you. So I'm seeing that 2019 is going to overall be a very, very good year in love and very lucky in love for most of us. So that's awesome. And now how I've pulled them is January to March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and then October to the end of 2019. So, so it's kind of interesting what I've got here. So that's the overall thing for reading for the year that Spirit is showing me. Now for January, February, March, 3 cards happen to come out. And I have here the 6 of Raphael. I have the 2 of Ariel. And I have the 7 of Raphael. So what I'm seeing and sensing here is essentially the first few months of 2019 are actually going to be about really being yourself and allowing someone to see you for who you are. I'm seeing that basically it's going to be January, February, March is going to actually be a lot about rekindled romances. So things that might have been let go of that weren't necessarily bad for you, of course, being rekindled. And I'm seeing here as well, though, that it's gonna as well have some balance to it, and basically finding a way to reach a middle ground is what Spirit's saying between the two of you. If there were any issues previously, just finding the middle ground there. And then also time to make a decision on that. January, February, March, again, make a decision as to whether stay in that rekindled romance or to let it go for good. Okay, so for April, May, and June, I have this card here, the 8 of Michael. And this card is a lot about making choices and choosing what's actually going to be best for you. So for some of you, so January, February, March is about some people rekindling their romances, and April, May, June is going to be a little bit about some people stepping into their power and becoming free from past events, past loves, you know, divorces, relationships that didn't pan out, you know, just letting go of the past, right? And so I'm seeing that that is a month that people are going to start feeling more powerful in their love connections. And I'm seeing that April, May, June is more a time period of self-love. Okay, so that makes sense. And now I know a lot of people really search for love, and there is this immense desire for love. And that's wonderful. Love is a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's so magical and beautiful and awesome. And we all want love, right? Who doesn't want love, right? The thing is that some of us are either too independent and some of us are too needy, right? So again, there's that balance of self-love and loving ourselves enough, and also wanting love so badly. So I get a lot of, I do a lot of love readings, and I'm a love expert, obviously. And what happens is often people are worried, where is he, when's he coming back, you know, and that sort of thing. And there's a thing called law of attraction. So I definitely want you to take a look into that. And so self-love in all those readings, why I'm telling you this right now, kind of sidetracking, is that self-love is the main thing that is going to attract amazing love to you. So if you don't treat yourself super well, unfortunately, you're not going to attract the right person to you. We all work on vibrations. Everything is energy and vibrations. And if our vibration isn't loving ourselves like we want someone else to love us, then we're going to attract someone of a lower vibration, and we're going to have, you know, issues in love. So that's the other thing too. And so yes, so self-love for that one. Okay, so now we're going to move on to July, August, September, and I have the Ace of Gabriel. Now, while I do not diagnose medical conditions, and I'm not a doctor, and I'm not qualified to do anything of the sort, I am wanting to share with my intuition that this card is actually a card about pregnancies and births. So I am sensing that from July, August, and September, July to September, I am sensing there are going to be a lot of births worldwide and a lot of pregnancies that start in this time period. So again, the world is very large, so it might not apply to you. And if you're not looking to have a baby, then perhaps be a little more careful in that time frame, just in case, because I'm sensing in love in 2019, that is going to be a very big year for that. A very big time period in the year for that, rather. Now, for October, November, and December, I've pulled the Seven of Michael card here. And what I'm seeing and sensing here is that this is not a great time of the year, sadly. So basically what's happening is that this is going to be a time of reflection for some people. So anyone who has been through things that haven't been working very well, again, it's going to come out. So this year, I'm sensing, especially in love, it's going to be a year of the truth. It's going to be a year of truth, and the truth is not always fun to hear. So just be prepared that some things that you thought were going to work out just might not. And also know that if that's the case, that I always say this to myself, something better is coming, and what's meant to be will be, right? So if you've had a reading from me, you will hear that. Or if you have a reading from me in the future, you will hear that at some point, probably, because I really, truly believe that. And if someone is exiting your life, again, you have to close that door for another window to open, or close that window for another door to open, or whatever that saying is. You know, you just, it has to happen. And if it is happening, there's usually a reason, and it's usually in your best interest. So I do believe everything happens for a reason. And I do sense that this year is going to show that to a lot of people. But again, I do feel, even if you can't see the blessing in the moment, it's probably in disguise, as most of them are, right? And maybe it might take you a couple years. It might take you 5 years, 10 years to look back and say, oh, that's why that happened, right? So anyhow, I do hope that this has been helpful to you, and I can't wait to meet some of you in My Tarot Advisor. And again, my name is Aura, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and namaste, Happy New Year. Blessings.